It wasn't really about central Mali, actually, at the start of the 2012 crisis. For a very long time, the analysts believed that the violence was really circumscribed to the north of the country. There were different cycles of conflict in northern Mali that helped us analyze this particular crisis. That didn't happen in central Mali, so all of the actors actually currently operating in central Mali were virtually unknown to the international community and to the analysts until now.
One of the reasons why the situation in the center is so difficult to manage is because it's not only one factor, it's a combination of factors, traditional ones, new ones, national ones, regional ones, sub-regional ones, and so we have to better understand what is the nature of the crisis.
The conflict in Douarnenez is not at all the same as in Tenenku, in Bankas or in Uwaru or even in Ségou. And that makes it extremely difficult to define the conflict in central Mali because there is not one dividing line of conflict at the moment in the region. What we are trying to do is to come with a clear mind and really see what the population sees themselves as this insecurity affecting them.
Central Mali will hope to have peace, putting an end to these what I call instrumentalization of a situation for political purposes. Our motto is mastering local knowledge, empowering people, and our role is to go to people and ask them how they are imagining their future, and not the reverse.
The civil society is there to give us the voice of the beneficiaries in the field, their needs, and how they could come up with solutions and to have sustaining peace.
One of the problems in central Mali is the population is extremely diverse. You have different socio-economic groups, you have pastoralist communities and farmer communities. You have traders and you have different ethnic groups as well that need to cohabitate on one single space, for instance. And that leads to disputes, and these disputes can be managed. They can be solved actually, because the state can arbitrate these disputes. Tradition can arbitrate these disputes. But in times of violence, in times where the state may not be present, in times where the customary authorities actually may be contested, then nobody knows who to turn to solve these disputes and to arbitrate them. Nobody seems to be neutral enough or to be legitimate enough actually to arbitrate these disputes. And when you add to that the presence of armed groups that can actually support one side or the other, then that can lead to violence. And this is actually the cycle that we're in actually. The fact that disputes are more and more tried to be solved violently, that actually leads to more violence and to the need for more self-defense.
We would certainly like to see a better understanding between citizens, between the representatives, between the NGOs, between the states, between security, so to create a new atmosphere. And I think there has to be something connected to justice in broad terms, to confidence, to improving governance, and that the various components of the population find a new way of new balance, respecting their diversity, but at the same time also converging in common interests.
We have many partners in the field. We have humanitarians, development, and NGOs, but actually we have to coordinate in the field to know what we are doing, where, and our action, and then we can give common solution to the beneficiaries, the ultimate beneficiaries.
We see new strategies, we see a lot of donor agencies and multilateral agencies, governmental agencies actually intervening at the moment in central Mali. But this is a region that we don't yet really understand. And so this is what SIPRI is currently trying to do actually, is to try to get to a better local understanding of what the priorities are so that we can design interventions that respond to these priorities.